without respect. All right? Nobody gives you a chance. Nobody gives you a chance. Well, they don't know. They don't know what's in your chest. They don't know.
Do you believe you can do that? You got to decide for you. So now, are you willing to put all the injuries beside all the little hurts to go out there and stand on eye to eye and fight your guts out?
Y'all like y'all never played football before. These guys are nothing.
You hear me?
They breathe us like we do.
Yes, sir.
They sweat just like we do.
Do you hear me?
They went through 2 days. We went through 2 days in 110-degree heat.
Yes, sir.
I want you to hit everything to move. If the ref gets in your way, you hit him.
Okay, then, let's play.
This is our team. This is us. Let's go right now. Let's get it up now. Let's go.
It is the pinnacle of high school football to be playing this weekend, and we wouldn't miss it. Thanks for staying up with us for this edition of the Sports Deck, the final show of the year, and it's all about state titles being given away. That is something Bassfield is very familiar with. The Yellow Jackets capped off an undefeated 2012 season by smashing Eupora in the 2A title game last year, 35-0. Scary thing, most thought this year's team would be better, and they just might be. Bassfield back to defend their crown today against Calhoun City.
Bassfield, the heavy favorites with that roster of real talent. They were focused on finishing as 2A champs once again. The defense has been the backbone of this team all season, led Ole Miss commit later in that drive. Don't you sleep on Southern Miss commit Cornell Armstrong. He steals a pass and sets up the offense. From there, first play, second quarter, speed sweep to Trodrick Daniels. Emphasis on speed. Untouched, 7-0 Yellow Jackets. That basically put a hole in the Calhoun City ship. They took on heavy water from there. C.J. Moore able to use play action, drops a perfect dime to Curtis Michael, USM commit from Ole Miss commit, 14-0. The Stars showing up. Moore Armstrong, 2 INTs for the senior in the first half. That one returned deep into Calhoun City territory, and that would lead to more from Moore. This to a wide open Brandon Mancuso, getting open in the end zone. Coach's kid getting some love, 20-0 right before the half. Moore, we don't really know him for his arm and the air attack, but he goes 3 TD strikes in the second quarter alone. Another to Michael, 27-0 at the break. Third quarter, more of CJ's specialty as we see a busted trick play turned into a big play. He'll scamper down inside the 20-yard line. So who's left? How about Tredarin Cook? Let's throw him a bone, get him in the end zone, 34-0. So we've covered most of the main guys. But what about that junior, the pretty good one? Yeah, Jamal Peters, the top junior in the state. He's going the other way with the ball. Scoop, score. It was 48-0 at this point. Yes, celebrating is allowed. The Bassfield Yellow Jackets are back-to-back 2A state champs. Dominating 48-7 win stamps their legacy in this tradition-rich program.
Man, it feels great. It's really, I'm speechless right now. There's no better feeling than right now. Just to get the state championship your senior year, I mean, there's no better way to go out. And here we are, we've done it, two in a row. It feels great. You know, this is my senior year, and I just wanted to go out with a bang with my brother and the rest of my teammates, and that's what we did.
I think it's a great legacy. Just saying we had good teams back to back to back, and I'm just glad to say I'm part of it.
We just repeated history for our school. Back in the 80s, they went back-to-back 2 state championships, so we just did it too. So we just making history, more history.
They know the importance of representing Bassfield, the community, they know the history, and I promise you, when they walk out there on that field, they are so proud to wear the black and gold.
A special group and capping it all off, back-to-back titles. Congratulations to the fellas down in Bassfield. Well, Friday night always features the largest classification. The past 2 years, the 6A title games, they've been great. Olive Branch winning on a missed field goal in 2011. South Panola outlasting Brandon last year. Could Tupelo and Oak Grove match that? For the Warriors, they have been at the top or near the top of the rankings all season. They beat Hattiesburg, Petal, and Meridian last week to reach tonight. Tupelo, a little bit different story. No one really expected them here, but all they've done this postseason, beat Warren Central, perennial power Madison Central on the road, and knocked off the defending champs from South Panola. Hey, there's this storyline also of the bearded guy, Brett Favre. Yeah, he was coaching in the title game. Leader of the Oak Grove offense. There's his protege, Kirk McCarty, trying to withstand the wave. Not much offense in the first half. McCarty does find his talented junior target, Cameron Myers, but that drive produces no points. First real chance for Tupelo, taking a shot to the end zone. Trey Sloan has other ideas. A pick at the goal line. Both defenses dominant. Taylor Braley blows up the backfield. It was a scoreless game at the half. But finally, a little bit of fun in the third quarter. It's McCarty on the rollout to Myers, this time for 6. Myers, 11th touchdown grab of the year. Tupelo responds. They get inside the 5 and let Quinn Tiggs find his way to the far pylon. Back and forth we go, 7-7. But how do you break a tie? You go fake field goal. Neville Barr dials it up to perfection. Logan Scott left all alone. Incredibly, that would prove to be the game winner. A late interception seals it. Coach Barr, Coach Favre celebrate. Oak Grove wins 14-7, their first state championship in school history. Well, there was one other title game today, the one that started it all, the 1A championship, and we look ahead to tomorrow as Hazelhurst hopes to relive the magic of last season's final game.
I'm DK Buford from Lafayette County, and you're watching Sports Deck, Fox 40.
Hazelhurst returned to the big stage last season for revenge and got the chance to play that same Charleston team. This time the Indians fought their way to a 1-point win and the school's first championship since 2005. And you may have noticed we omitted one fairly important play from that clip there from last year's championship win. Well, that's because it deserves a story in itself. So here you go.
He is Hazelhurst's chief thief.
Look at that. Took it back and scored. Whoa, that's unbelievable.
Dikelius the Robber Reese. He made the most memorable play during last year's state championship weekend. His strip and score, the reason the Indians took home the 3A title.
I just seen Demetri Kane fumbling the ball, and I was like, I would put my head down because I thought the game was over. But then after I seen Charleston player pick up the ball, I just immediately thought in my mind to make a play. When I seen it was a big guy, I like immediately went for the ball because I knew he wasn't gonna try to shake me or anything. He was just gonna try to run me over. And that was the only thing that I thought of was to take the ball.
Going all klepto like that once is wild, but fast forward to the Forest game a few weeks back, and the ball-taking bandit did it again.
I was telling my team before the game started that I wanted to have a big play up on defense, and they were like, well, give us one of them scripts that you gave us from the championship game. And I was like, I'll try to make that happen. And then I was just in the right place at the right time.
A punctual pickpocket, Reese now tries to teach his team about the snatching style.
They always tell me that I'm a thief and they want to steal the ball like me, and they be asking me, how do I steal the ball and things.
So next up for the Indians is another trip to the state championship game where they will try and take another gold.
From Fox 40, I am Dikelius Reese. Back to Sports Deck.
The Hamburglar of high school football. So for the third straight year, Reese and Hazelhurst, they'll be playing for the title. They're the only public school team that has been here every year since 2011. They will match up with a perennial power in the state and an undefeated Louisville team tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. The Wildcats, they dropped down from 4A to 3A this year. And basically everyone has been mapping out the road to this game. Louisville versus Hazelhurst for the 3A title, with the Wildcats the heavy favorite, according to most.
You hear it talk throughout the course of the season where people seem like they just kind of overlook you. You know, this is a group that has won 41 ball games in the last 3 years, and you hear people just kind of say that, you know, it's Louisville and everybody else. And, you know, kids hear that, and we try to block it out as coaches, and we try to block it out as, you know, have the kids block it out. And we just try to place our focus on Hazelhurst. But, you know, after you hear it for so long and so often, then you kind of take heed to it.
We've been keeping up with it, you know, Hazelhurst throughout the season, seeing what they're doing. and vice versa. You know, they're a great team coming out south, so we expect a great challenge Saturday. So, you know, we got to bring our A game and leave it on the field.
Know this, Randall Montgomery will have a plan in place for his team tomorrow. The Sports Deck trucks on. After the break, we reveal our Player of the Year and break down the other 2 Saturday games.
I'm AJ Moore from Bassville High School. When you're watching Sports Deck, Fox 40.
With only 3 games on the schedule, it might be hard to choose 4 top plays. Now, we had plenty to choose from for tonight's 4 O's. Number 4, Bassfield had a lot to choose from just in this game, but how about the junior juggernaut Jamal Peters? Scoop and score, touchdown. Expect big things from him next year. At number 3 takes us to the first game of the day and the play that maybe changed it all. A 79-yard Hagen box punt return put French Camp up 14-0. They roll to the win. Number 2, the fake field goal game winner for Oak Grove. Kirk McCarty to Logan Scott. Wow, unbelievable that it would come down to that, but great play call. And number 1, CJ Moore had his game going today. Through the air, 3 touchdown passes. This absolute perfect spiral into the hands of Curtis Michael. Bassfield just basically playing on a different field. Well, it's been another full football season here on the Sports Deck. Make it a good one.
But we go with the flow. Your heart is strong, made of gold.